Hello friends. So in this video we are going to see neurons and the type of neuron cell. We are going to see even a structure of the neurons. So what is neurons? Neurons, it is a structural and functional units of the nervous system. So it is the structural and the functional unit of the nervous system. It is neurons. So here we are going to see the structure of a single neurons. Here is the dendrite. So dendrite is also known as short process. Okay. This part is known as the cell body of neurons. Okay. So inside cell body we are going to see which all organelles lives. So first is nucleus. Okay. This is nucleus. Around nucleus, in the cell body only, this black dot, this is Nissel's granules. These Nissel granules is also known as tigroid substance. And the organelles inside the Nissel's granules is rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. So you can see here, we can understand like rough endoplasmic reticulum or ribosomes. The function of Nissel granules is to make protein when the cell will injured, when the nerve cell will injured. So to heal that nerve cell, the cell is going to form protein, and that protein will be formed with the help of Nissel granules or the tigroid substance. So now this is the region of axon helix. In axon helix there is no Nissel's granules. Okay. And after that, this is a we can say the initial region of axon. Initial region or starting part of axon. Okay, or axon helix. So here the start. Here from now, the axon will start. But something I want to tell. Here the cytoplasm in the cell body of the neurons is known as neuroplasm. Cytoplasm inside the neurons is known as neuroplasm. Okay. And now we are moving towards the tail part. So in the tail part, what all things is there? We can see this myelin sheath. Okay. Here this is myelin sheath. And this myelin sheath is formed with the special type of cells, and these cells is known as glial cell. Remember, in the central nervous system, the myelin sheath is formed from the oligodendrocyte cell, and in the peripheral nervous system, this myelin sheath is formed with the help of Schwann cell. Okay, so we are taking here Schwann cell. Okay. This is the neurons of peripheral nervous system. So this is Schwann cell, and here is this one is black color myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. Okay, or you can say that it is a neurolemma. Okay, and this myelin sheath or Schwann cell will form myelinated nerve fiber. So what is the use of myelinated nerve fiber? Since the myelinated nerve fiber help in the conduction of impulse with the very high speed, so that's why it is necessary. Next, here it is the same myelin sheath, myelin. Okay, then this portion you can see here, there is an absence of myelin sheath. This is known as nodes of Ranvier. Nodes of Ranvier. So in these nodes there will be absence of myelins. Okay, absence of myelin, and there will be no myelin, and the large number of sodium channel. So here you can see N. Okay, in nodes of Ranvier there will be no myelin, absence of myelin, and this large number of sodium channel, or you can say voltage gated sodium channel, which allow to influx the sodium inside the axon, and it cause the depolarization, or you can say the excitation of neurons. Okay, so here we saw here, this one is the nodes of Ranvier. After that we have one more, that is terminal lobes. These terminal lobes is the last part of the nerve cell or neurons, and it contains neuroreceptor. It contains neuroreceptor. Okay, this is terminal lobes. Okay, and we are going to see the cytoplasm inside the axon is known as exoplasm, and this axon having one membrane. Okay, please remember, and the membrane is known as, where to write here I will write. Okay, this membrane is known as axolemma. Okay, so where the axolemma is at periphery, remember, if anybody will ask where the axolemma will be at periphery, in that nerve fiber which doesn't have myelin sheath, or in unmyelinated nerve fiber, the axolemma is at the periphery, because if there will be no myelinated nerve fiber, there will be no myelin sheaths, and there will be axolemma at the periphery. Okay, but at myelinated nerve fiber, the axolemma is covered with the myelin sheath, or you can say neurolemma, or sheath of Schwann, whatever. We are going to see the type of nerve cell. Basically there is two types. Okay, first is conducting function, and the second is glial cell. Glial nerve cell. So this is glial nerve cell, is also known as NeuroGlial. This is a conducting, this process is conducting, and now this glial cell is a supporting function. And one more things to remember, these neurons or the nerve cell is not going to divide, or not going to have a mitosis over the whole life, so it needs to be protected. That's nerve cells need to be protected. So for that function, glial cell is there. Remember that for one neurons we have 10 glial cell or neuroglia. Okay, so one neurons is carried by 10 glial cell. Okay, so this is a huge number because neurons or the nerve cell is not going to divide through the whole life. Okay, like how our other function like skins and all happens, mitosis. Okay, in the in the somatic cells there will be mitotic division, so not like that in basically in the case of neuroglia. Even in the heart region, because our heart is going to attend G0 phase. Okay, after a sufficient growth. Okay, like that for the neurons also. Okay, now we are going to see the type of glial cell first. Okay, types of glial cell. Okay, glial cell or neuroglial cell type. So it is classified basically in the central nervous system, that is brain and spinal cord, and in the peripheral nervous system. Okay, so in the central nervous system basically there is three glial cell. In peripheral nervous system there is two glial cell. Okay, in central nervous system the three glial cells are astrocytes, second is oligodendrocyte, okay, and the third is microglial cell. Okay, so this astrocytes is star-shaped glial cell, and it is the largest glial cell, and this function is so like the function of astrocytes is more like including blood-brain barrier. It help. Okay, and even in the sele- selective markers for tumor in brain. Okay, and these oligodendrocytes, the oligo means less and dendrocytes means dendrites. So with the words we can see that in this the dendrites is very less. Okay, less number of dendrites. Okay, so these help in formation of myelin in central nervous system. Okay, so central nervous system, as I have already told, in central nervous system the myelin sheath is formed with the help of oligodendrocytes, and in and microglial cell, this is also so important. Okay, in central nervous system. Okay, now we are going to see in peripheral nervous system. Okay, in peripheral nervous system there is two nerves. First is Schwann cell. Okay, and the second is satellite cell. Okay, these Schwann cell have same function as oligodendrocytes, but here it is in the peripheral nervous system. Okay, if anyone is going to ask that is sheath of Schwann is present in the central nervous system or not. Okay, so the answer is no, because the Schwann cell only present in the peripheral nervous system, not in the central nervous system. Although the myelinated and non-myelinated nerve fibers are present in both central nervous system as well as peripheral nervous system, but the myelination's function in the central nervous system done with the help of oligodendrocytes, but in the case of peripheral nervous system it is done with the help of Schwann cell. Okay, now so this much was there in the classification of glial cell. Okay, one more thing. Remember, for the formation of myelin, myelinated nerve fiber, okay, one oligodendrocyte cell is going to myelinate 30 neurons. This is huge in number, okay. One oligodendrocyte cell is going to myelinate 30 neurons, okay. But for swan cell, one swan cell is going to myelinate only one neurons, okay. So for 20 swan cells, 20 swan cell is going to myelinate only 20 neurons. That's it, okay. One more thing, like I forgot to tell here, the color of axon is white. The color of axon is white due to presence of myelins, okay, due to presence of myelin sheath, okay. And as I already told, the myelin sheath help in the conduction of impulse very fast. And we also call here dendroids, to dendroids we call short process, and but to axon we called long process, okay. Axon is known as long process. Axon is long process, okay. Thank you. This much was there in the nerve cell and the type of neurons, okay, and glial cell. Thank you so much.